Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this very brief teaching from my mentoring program that I'm providing now for you that just wanted to get a little insights on maybe how to break free from people pleasing patterns. This is a part of my mindset strategy videos I've been doing about understanding your mindset develops everything because we are working from that viewpoint. But these are going to be strategies to break free from people pleasing patterns. Are you a people pleaser? That's a good question. Just to ask right off the top here. Are you tired of constantly putting other people' needs before your own? Now, sometimes females are really good at putting their needs ahead of themselves because they have a husband and some children to take care of. And sometimes they neglect themselves. In fact, I actually know of a person that's doing that right now. So, with that said, do you find yourself saying yes when really you want to say no? Are you in that situation? Even as you watching me, do you really want to say no? It's time to break free. It's time to break free from the cycle of people pleasing and reclaim your personal power. Reclaim your personal power. Now, today we're going to talk about some strategies to help you stop being a people pleaser and start prioritizing your own well being. Well, you know you need to. In many areas of your life, you don't take care of yourself, you don't take care of your needs. And sometimes you're going to be so drained because you haven't taken care of your needs, you're incapable of helping other people better. But we need to learn to practice assertiveness. Practice assertiveness is one of the most important steps in overcoming people pleasing tendencies. That is to learn to be assertive. Now this means you express your thoughts and feelings and needs in a clear and confident manner without fear of rejection or conflict. Just be honest and in a very nice way let the people know that you can't say yes all the way. You got to start practicing saying no. There's nothing wrong with that. When you don't want to do something, and just don't say yes to things, but just be respectful. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Just be communicate openly and honestly, and be respectful. So remember, it's okay to prioritize your own needs and desires. You don't always have to put others first. Let me say that again. You don't always have to put other people's needs and desires first. Set some boundaries. Set some boundaries. Boundaries are essential for maintaining healthy relationships and preserving your emotional well being. Take time to reflect on your personal boundaries and identify areas where you need to set clear limits. Now, this could involve saying no to additional responsibilities at work. Now, let's get clear here because this is important. You can say no at work by establishing boundaries, not only with friends and family and limiting time available to them, but you can also develop these boundaries at work. It's an act of self care that allows you to protect your time, to protect your energy, your emotional resources. So, learn to say no is one of the biggest challenges for people pleasers. Let me say that again. Learning to say no is one of the biggest challenges for people pleasers. Just learn to say no without feeling guilty or ashamed. Practice assertive communication techniques such as Thank you for thinking of me, but I am unable to commit at this time. Now, see, you were clear with what you said, but it wasn't offensive. It's what we call assertive. It's what we call assertive communication. Thank you for thinking of me, but I am unable to commit at this time. Or we could say, I appreciate the opportunity, but given my current workload, I need to prioritize existing tasks and just really can't take any more on right now at this moment. So you can say that for the people above you in your job, and they would understand that. And that's being assertive in a nice way. It takes more at the moment to just remind yourself by saying, no, it's not a rejection. It's not a rejection of other people. It's simply prioritizing your own needs and boundaries. Your own needs and boundaries. You have to be healthy in every way to be able to help other people. Over time, saying no will become easier and easier, and you'll feel more empowered to make choices that align with your values and priorities. Over time, it won't happen overnight, I can assure you, but the more you do it, the more you'll feel empowered doing it, and you'll feel at ease. You'll feel at ease doing it. So cultivate some self-compassion. Cultivate some self-compassion. People pleasers often struggle with feelings of guilt, self-doubt, and inadequacies. Well, that's just the truth. They do all this people pleasing because they struggle with feelings of guilt and self-doubt, and they feel inadequate in many ways. So that they say yes, thinking that people will like them more by saying no, yes. But cultivating self-compassion can help you develop a more positive and nurturing relationship with yourself. Do you like yourself? I've been a coach, counselor, and mentor for many years, and I've found out that many people just don't like themselves. Now, that's just the truth, folks. You need to have a positive and nurturing relationship with yourself by developing a kind and understanding attitude toward yourself. You can gradually go and meet the needs and validate other people because you now can validate yourself first. You also need to learn to recognize your own worth, your independence, uh, without the opinions of others. You are a spirit being. Slow down to visibility, or with flesh on, as I say. So be mindful of who you are. And so, therefore, you shouldn't have any expectations or opinions from others that will deepen a sense of inadequacy from yourself. Are you reading posts from other people and now you feel inadequate because of what somebody else said about a situation? In fact, I made a little post today on Facebook if you want to look about that kind of idea. Be self accepting and self love. Love yourself first before you can love someone else. This inner validation serves as a buffer against fear of rejection or criticism, or empowering you to set and maintain healthy boundaries. Are you setting healthy boundaries? Well, it's important that we set these healthy boundaries without feeling guilt or self-doubt. See, some people will set a boundary, then they feel guilty about setting the boundary. See, that's self-defeating, shall I say. Ultimately, by cultivating self-compassion, you can nurture a more genuine and fulfilling relationship with yourself. Have a compassionate relationship with yourself, and this will be pave a way of greater authenticity and resilience in your interaction with others. Accept yourself first, and then you can help others. Seek support, and that's what this message here today is about that I'm sharing. Is seek support. I'm here to support you, really, with a free um, mentoring session to give you some tips and techniques that I've been using for many, many years in my coaching, mentoring relationship with people. Breaking free from people pleasing patterns can be challenging. There's no doubt. I'm not making little of this. Breaking free from people pleasing patterns can be challenging, but you don't have to do it alone. Support for trusted friends or a life coach that can offer guidance, encouragement, accountability, and that could be so. Join support groups. There are a lot of different type of support groups out there that you can join. There's no cost to them, and you can be supported in that support group. That's what they're all about. So look at online and see what you can find, and join one that you think will meet your needs. But they can give you, well, these like-minded individuals can give you a lot of encouragement, of validation as you move in your journey towards self-empowerment. So let's end the cycle. Of people pleasing. We've talked about it here, and I'm trying to give you some outlines here of how to build a healthy relationship by fostering greater self-respect. Trust yourself. Stay committed to your well-being and celebrate each win along the way, even if it's a small step. It may be a small step to some people, but for other people, just making this first step to give me a phone call, or shall I say an email shout out, and ask for a little help, a little guidance. And you can do that by emailing me at Dr. Cecil at teachtruth.net. There's no cost, there's no strings attached. I just send, if you send me your name and your email, I'll send you a Zoom link, and we can have a conversation that just perhaps might be what you're looking for today, and just didn't know it until you watch me. So as I end everything that I say and do, I just simply say be blessed, my friend, today. Why? Because you already are. Bye-bye now.